This show is clean, pretty much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Effizode 733. Hello, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from the last place on earth located somewhere in Podcaster Valley, California today. We hear from Madame Rootabega, Valentino, Bison Bentley, plus it's the return of Into an Interview where I talk to an awesome band called Cash for Gold. And what is this about the phone service that I use?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
They're doing something, but I have to look at them, point my finger at them, and say, J'accuse
Mike's Daily Podcast
of being an awful phone carrier. And I've talked about how you should get a carrier pigeon instead right now. What? I got a little excited, but hey, if you didn't know, I was invited to a really cool game, a soccer game, the first game at Levi Stadium.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Yes, the lady I am seeing invited me to go to see a Quakes game. It was awesome.
Mike's
They won.
Daily Podcast.
Nah.
Yeah!
And they beat this Seattle team that I know nothing about soccer. I'm just going to be honest with you. But I enjoyed the game, was riveted, couldn't take my eyes off the game. Look who just walked in. Hello, Michael Masters. This is Madame Rootabega, and soccer players are so hot. Woo. Yes, we've gone over this before. They're extremely fit human beings. They can run back and forth on this field. And as I witnessed at this game on Saturday night, they can kick like upside down, do an upside down kick. This guy kicks the ball. It almost goes into the goal. He was on the Seattle team. Luckily, the San Jose Quakes defended it. The goalie for the San Jose Quakes just came alive. He had a lot of work to do in this game. Of course, as most soccer games, it was low. The score was 1-0. But people were telling me, they're not even going to win. Because Seattle's such a good team. They're the best in the league. How are they possibly going to... Now I'm talking sports. I never talk sports on this show. Look what happens when you meet a special lady who invites you to go to a soccer game. Ooh, it just tickles inside. Michael Master, you are grossing me out. Ooh. Yeah. Well, it was fun. Got to see Levi's Stadium. Brand new. Got to see the first score ever made in Levi's Stadium. I will say it is a bit on the expensive side there. If you want to buy any food, of course, that goes without saying. Everyone knows if you go to see a game anywhere these days, it's going to cost money if you're going to see a professional sport. But I will also say that it's kind of bizarre to me that this is the home for the San Francisco 49ers, and it's all the way in San Jose. I mean, all the way like you're kind of at the point where the 101 and 880 meet. And I do say the in front of my freeway names because I did grow up in the Southern California. And we use articles there. And we ain't afraid. We ain't afraid to show it. We love our damn articles. As we love the articles of the Constitution. However, it also is underneath a flight path for the San Jose airport. So there were a couple of points when you're watching the game and all of a sudden planes flying overhead. Another thing is that, not to be all whiny and bitchy and everything, because I did get in for free, I volunteered to drive, and my lady friend took care of my ticket, and she wonderful. But the other thing was that right next door is Great America, and it's a theme park in the San Jose area. They do their fireworks like right in the game was going on. It was like one of the really exciting parts where we didn't know if any second Seattle was going to score a point, and these fireworks go off, and it's like, oh, I hope this doesn't distract our team. Who knows, maybe it distracted the opposing team, although I hear Seattle likes to make a lot of noise. What is this, a sports podcast? What's happening this show? Anyway, that's what I can tell you about the Levi Stadium. Look who just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, we really like the sports podcasts. In fact, if this was a sports podcast for reals, we'd listen to it all the time, D.
Yeah, because we don't listen to this show ever. In your face, Mike. Do you know that? Why am I even friends with you guys? Why do I let you run the parking lot here of the last place on earth? Parking people.
Is that what we're supposed to... We didn't know what we did, actually. Is that we park people? Is that what you're saying, D?
Yeah, we actually take people's cars and we pack them. That's crazy. We didn't know that. Do you know that? Well, now you do. I want you to please make a note of it. As that phone person used to say when it gave you the new phone number for something. Anyone remember that? I hear crickets. And now I don't. This is something interesting. So Sprint, whom I've talked about, have done so many horrible things to me. They have dropped their bid to acquire the number 4 U.S. carrier, T-Mobile, because the challenge of securing regulatory approval for the deal was too steep. Sprint will name a new chief executive officer tomorrow to replace Dan Hess, and he has been the CEO of Sprint since 2007, this according to Reuters. The new chief executive will be an outsider to the company. The announcements would signal the end of a prolonged rush by Sprint's parent company, SoftBank Corp, to acquire rival T-Mobile, despite warnings from regulators that they wish to maintain 4 major players in the wireless market. The Wall Street Journal first reported the news Tuesday that Sprint had abandoned its bid. Both parties have not ruled out consolidation in the future, but came to the conclusion that a deal is unlikely to be approved at this time. Under CEO Hess, Sprint underwent a rip-and-replace overhaul of its network infrastructure, causing cellular sites to go black and creating coverage holes that led to a significant number of customers leaving and customer dissatisfaction and caused the company to hemorrhage subscribers. What do you think about Sprint and T-Mobile? Email me, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. We read your comments on the section emails from email. Also email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show or if you'd like to sponsor the show. And speaking of sponsors...
And now, a big thanks to our sponsor.
Yeah, we got a sponsor! Yeah! They are Click It Ticket. That's catchy, isn't it? ClickItTicket.com. If you want to get concerts, sports, or theater tickets, check out ClickItTicket.com. Just Google Click It Ticket and you'll find them. They have a huge selection of tickets to any concert, game, or Broadway show anywhere in North America. They also have a large selection of tickets to the hottest concert tours this year, like Santana, Lady Gaga, Tom Petty, ZZ Top, Katy Perry, Paul McCartney, and right now, Mike's Daily Podcast people, you get a special discount. Get 5% off your purchase of tickets at clickatticket.com by typing in the promo code Mike's Daily. Go to my website, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, and look for the link there at the top of the page and their picture, and thank you, clickatticket.com. And you know the website for this show is called MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. I know it's confusing, but it's true. MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Go there to find links to where to listen to the show in iTunes. And you can rate and comment on the show there. If you do that, more people find out about us. It's wonderful. There's also links to where to find us on Facebook. Like the Facebook page. And when I post a new show, you can share it with your friends, and more people will find out about us. That's great, too. A great way to get the word out about Mike's Daily Podcast. Also, there are links at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com for where to find us on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Mixcloud, Yelp, Tumblr, Twitter. There's the Amazon deal of the day. Click on that and buy something at a great discount, and we get a little bit of support from that. And there's also the blog, the Daily Podcast Picture, and all the past interviews, all there at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. And speaking of interviews...
Into an interview.
Hello.
Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning. Is this Mike?
It's Mike from Mike's Daily Podcast. We meet again.
Hello.
Well, we've never met.
Hello.
I was saying we meet again, but we've never met, so...
We've never met, no.
Not that we know of. We may have been, fungus that lived next to each other in a previous life.
Who knows? Nobody can tell, really, can they?
And you were a really fun guy, as I recall. Okay, sorry.
I'd like to think so.
And
on my better days.
You rock some cool vests.
Some cool vests. Yeah, I have a small collection. It grows, as the years go by.
I used to have a bunch of vests, and when I got married, my ex-wife made me get rid of all of them at a garage sale.
Oh.
Yeah, that was, I had a bunch of cool leather vests, but they were leather.
Oh, man, what a bummer.
I don't know. You don't really, do you have leather vests, or what fabric?
I don't actually have any leather vests, but I would be thrilled to have a leather vest.
Oh.
I would, yeah, that'd be a prized possession.
I should have kept them for you.
Oh, bummer, man.
Some Harley Davidson guy bought them all for like $20.
Oh, of course. They love those things, don't they? The leather vest and the motorcycle kind of go together.
Yeah. It's like peanut butter and that other stuff.
Yeah.
And so tell me how you guys came from a bunch of different bands. Tell me about all the bands you've been in.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of all came together from a bunch of different groups. The last group I was in was completely different. It was called Nylon Heart Attack, and we were kind of like, the Iggy and the Stooges vibe, where, the shirtless maniac rock and roll from the 70s and late 60s. And George, our drummer, was in a band called Send for Help. They were kind of on the indie tip, a little bit more similar to what we're doing now.
And George,
then Stella, our bass player, was in a little chick pop punk group called Cheap Date.
Ah.
And so we all kind of, were not in a band at the time, and we all kind of came together, and we are what we are now, and it's great.
So you sing and play guitars, and Stella plays bass, and George and his mustache play drums.
Yeah, it's mostly his mustache.
It's amazing to watch.
Beats the hell out of him. What?
It's amazing to watch the mustache playing the drums.
I know, it's a sight to be seen.
But it sounds great. How did you guys all meet?
I'd say, George and I played in the band together, the prior band. So he was, we met at a show, and we just became friends instantly and started playing music together kind of before we even hung out. So that was kind of a music friendship that kind of blossomed into best bud friendship. And then Stella and I have kind of known each other on and off throughout the years. Excuse me. One day Stella and I kind of started the thing. We started in my little hot apartment. We were just, writing songs on the floor and unplugged, and we decided to kind of do something with it. So we brought in George, and we're thinking about bringing more people in, but there's kind of something special about a 3-piece,
Yeah. 3 pieces are awesome.
Yeah, totally.
What do you like most about playing in a 3-piece?
There's not as many arguments, I guess. You know how everyone says that being in a band is like it's like a relationship, which it really is. I don't know, and it's like really stripped down, and the sound is, you can hear everything, and it's a bit, it's a bit challenging to make it full, like, say if you had like 4 or 5 people in the band, but I think we're learning as we go, and we're trying to master that art of making it full. But it's really cool to strip it down and see what kind of noise you can make with three people,
And it sounds full, and this is your first single out all the time. Tell me, how did this song come about?
I guess that song's kind of I would say a sleep deprivation inspired love song. About staying out, following this person around all the time, and kind of not, running without thoughts of running away with them, and I guess pretty much sums it up.
And burning down the police station.
Yeah, I guess that would be doing anything to show to show that said love, you know, kind of with a cheeky middle finger and the air element going along with it, you know, writing your own citation and all. But, you know, yeah, so I guess, you know, a sleep deprivation-inspired love song, probably, you know,
This
I
is
don't know what else to say about it.
sleep deprivation-inspired love song. And
Yeah.
oh wait, I just got a little sleep. Okay. Now the video, I got to see the video. It's not out yet, is
Oh,
it?
you saw it?
I got
Cool.
I got a little sneak peek.
Nice.
It looks like a very cool video.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Wyatt Wong is the guy who did that. He's amazing. He's when we release the video, we'll have links up so people can check out his work. But he's a great guy, and he makes really cool videos. So.
And I like the location.
Yeah. Actually, it was kind of drawn out. It took about 6 months to actually finish the thing.
Wow.
I think there's something like 5 locations in the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's probably about 5 locations in the video. We went out to a horse ranch for part of it, and then we went out to this abandoned house. You know the house scene? Did you see that part?
Yeah. Was that
With
where?
the where we're like playing music and we're like playing the instruments on that porch of the White House?
Yes.
Yeah, that house was weird. It's abandoned. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's infested with bees.
Oh.
So we had to throw our crap over the fence to get in there and kind of like crawl over barbed wire and stuff. But it was so cool looking that we really wanted to film in front of there. But we started playing right when George started hitting the kick drum. All these bees just like became awake and alert and started swarming around. You can't really see it in the video, but as we were playing, we were kind of like, you know, dodging bees. And it's a bit frightening.
Oh. They should have been enjoying your music and giving you free honey.
Right? Little bastards.
They could have given you free honey, and it would have been a wonderful.
It would have been a fair trade.
Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting story. Wow. So it was a little treacherous making the video.
Yeah, just a little.
And where will they be able to see it?
Friday. I will. You know, actually, I think before that, Bay Bridged is doing a thing on us. I think on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
And they're gonna have the video on Bay Bridged.
Bay Bridge.
The 6th is Thursday, right? I don't know. I'm all screwed up with my days.
Oh,
that's tomorrow.
that's tomorrow. Yes.
Oh man, yeah. So I think tomorrow it's gonna be out
Tomorrow. All right.
on the Bay Bridged. Yeah.
Baybridge.com. Awesome. And then you've got an album called Swan Dive.
Mm-hmm.
And when
We
will that come out?
That'll be out in the fall. Probably late September, early October. We don't have a solidified date, but that's coming out on Breakup Records. We just signed with them, and looking forward to that. We're gonna release it on vinyl and through iTunes. So.
Well, this song, Out All the Time, is the first single, and they can find it at wearecashforgold.bandcamp.com.
Yes, exactly.
Excellent.
You can pre-order it and all that good stuff.
Well, we're talking to Jordan from Cash for Gold, and let's play the song Out All the Time on Mike's Daily Podcast.
I'd stay out all the time if only I could follow you around forever. I'd stay out all the time if we could jump the train tracks and run together. I'd stay out all the time if we could stay awake through the change in weather. I'd stay out all the time.
all the time. That's Cash for Gold. We have part 2 of my Into an Interview with Jordan tomorrow as we go outside the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California.
And here's today's podcast picture.
So you can see what the band looks like, the trio, the 3-piece, Jordan, Stella, and George. There is a picture of them. Cash for Gold. There on the website, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Michael Matthew, why did you talk like that? I don't know. Just suddenly felt really tired all of a sudden. I was really rocking out to that song. I'm all worn out now. Michael Matthew, you need to pace yourself. You are getting old. Now, you are one to say that. I mean, you're older than, well, you're super old. I know. You're like immortal. I know, Michael Matthew. It's strange. How do you get all your energy? How do you live all these years? How come you're immortal? Because I suck the energy out of soccer players. Oh, yeah, right. Tomorrow, part 2 of my Into an Interview with the band Cash for Gold. Plus, we'll hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.
You know, guys, last show, the disgruntled fiddle player did a country version of Justin Timberlake's Mirrors. Why don't you guys do that, too?
Don't tell me what to do. Talk about sports day.
Yeah, sports. Do you know that? Okay, sports. Huey Lewis album.